course, we gotta watch the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, okay, I guess not. I thought we were gonna have to watch her pull out about a 1 foot length of that tube out of her arm. I need directions! I'm high as fuck and I don't know where I'm going. So she received an infusion. I guess that would be a minor explanation why every time the head trauma thing happened to Sebastian, and I don't remember, I think it was Joseph? Sebastian's partner? By the head trauma, you know, every time they get like a shockwave or something that just... It hurts their head, but it never affected her. So I think this infusion might explain that. I just sort of... I think an icon popped up telling me what I was supposed to do. I kind of ignored it. Although I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be doing something with this gate right here. Let me see here. Can you just walk through this? Oh, you just walk around it. Like, no. I'm just looking for secrets and stuff. I didn't really do much exploring when I was live streaming this. I just kinda... Light bulb went out. I ran out of ideas, so... What was that like about? No. Yeah, I didn't do much exploring. I just kind of went straight through the main story. There are some hidden stuff in here that you can find. Like hidden save. There's some neat ideas were implemented into this game, but
What's
overall, it's just...
Where did everyone go?
Overall, it's just a personal preference. I'm just not a fan of hiding and running simulators, so... But, you know, I've already put the money into the DLCs, because I thought it was going to be more similar action like the original Evil Within. I didn't expect the DLC to be a completely different, new experience. And that's exactly what it is. So I'm just going to say it right now. If you hadn't played this yet, or if you're about to play it, and you're going through 80% of this game without a weapon, that is how this game is meant to be. You technically are not going to have any weapon to this entire game. I don't think he's... Is he laying on top of something? I gotta keep my guard up because sometimes these guys will just pop up at you. And it's funny because I take some time and just stomp their heads before they can even get a chance, but it's not really gonna give me that chance right now. You know what else is silly is, let me see something. Yeah, I played this game immediately when it was released. And these dead bodies, they used to have a ragdoll effect. I would just run right over them, and they'd be flying all over the place, but it looks like an update patched that, so it was pretty funny. Watch out for dead bodies. Watch out for body parts. So before the cutscene took place. I was talking about how the mechanics were pretty bad in this game. How your stamina is just so terrible. This DLC takes that a step further. So I'm just gonna forewarn you right now. Don't be surprised if you hear me, if I sound aggravated at some points, because there are a couple of moments in this game, like boss fights, they get really, really, really bad. In an unfair way. Not hard, but unfair.
Hey. No! Not the light! Not the light!
Hold on, I'm gonna find a way in there.
There's really nothing you can do here. Oops, I keep forgetting the F is kick, Q is the flashlight. I'm used to the F being the flashlight. So as you can see, this whole ventilation system is completely new. They decided to implement a little bit of half-life.
Please. No. No!
It's unfortunate you can't see anything. That is gonna be a new creature, and it sounded like it just opened that door. Lights are back on. Now, how do I get out of this? I probably could have looked through here to watch that creature mutilate that man. I didn't know there was another vent right here, but that's the end of him. That creature is pretty creepy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, really.
What could have done this?
Well, you kind of saw it, so. Is there anything you can actually pick up in here? Yeah, I wasn't expecting the DLC to be a completely different gaming experience. It's not anything like an expansion to The Evil Within. It adds new gameplay elements and just a whole bunch of new stuff that you're not used to. The cover system is brand new. Is this guy awake? He is. I'm also used to when you kill the enemy,
I'm afraid
you
that the
pick up their
fragile
loot.
mental states of the subjects are limiting our studies. Mobius wants us to move past beacon patients and onto more stable people. They want to get STEM closer to its intended use. Would they see the world in the same way? Would a sane mind weather the psychically draining experience? I had that dream again. I entered the STEM myself.
Now, is that the doctor from The Evil Within? The voice sounds like it, but I'm not entirely sure. Enter cover. Oh, it decided to turn the camera around. So this is new right here. You see? The cover system. That was not a part of the original game. So I should probably turn the light off. I have no idea if the light affects the zombie. Like, if they can actually, if the lights can give away your position. I feel like it doesn't necessarily do that. It kind of takes away the realism in this game. You're not alive, are you? No. Wait, can I... I'm about to see me? Oh, okay. When the shoulder highlight, that means you can take cover. Of course, what's unfortunate is how they could have improved the cover system. You should be able to turn around these corners when you're in cover. But instead, you have to spend 5 seconds getting out of cover, walking around it, and then going back into cover. So, you know, again, they kind of failed at that. So you can also hide behind corners. So I think the objective here is to draw the zombie out and try to get through that door. Now, what's unfortunate is I've talked about the stamina, how bad it is in the original The Evil Within. In this game, if you get one scratch by the enemy, your stamina will literally deplete down to 99%, and when your stamina is low, you walk to the speed of a crawl. So the enemies just catch right back up to you. So literally this game is like, you can't be touched, period. I think it was just a really bad idea, and it just involves so much stress. You have to get through certain parts of this game without being touched. Sometimes it just feels impossible. Now you can also call for the enemies, which if I just hit the R, but they're unpredictable too. I don't know if they're gonna come from the left or the right. So wrong button. It's just the R and the T are so close. I bound to hit the wrong key every once in a while.
Hey!
She saw me. Open that shit. Alright, so got through that no problem. It's just, I hate that they crawl so slow. So this is the new thing. Now you have if you remember the Keeper, you would think this is his head right here, but it's not. These are safes, and they have, if you remember the map fragment from the original The Evil Within, these are, I think they're called letter fragments. Lockers. I feel like these lockers serve almost no purpose in the DLC, and I'm just saying that from experience. But usually you're going to find clues that tells you what the locker combinations are. And when I came across this one, I immediately knew offhand that the clues here were these red dots. The darker the red dot, the darkest precedes the lightest ones. And if you think about it, if you have a bloody finger, of course, when you press a button, most of that blood is going to wash off your finger onto the first button you press. So you have less and less blood to press onto the other keys, if that makes sense. So this one is going to be first. And these two I can't tell, that they're different colors. And I guess I got it right. And it is a letter scrap. Did I say letter fragment? I think I did. So I don't know exactly what happens when you collect all of these, but I think I only found like maybe 3 last time I played this. I just was not doing any type of exploring. So I got my first one. That was number 1. I think I'm gonna try doing that this game, is finding all those letters. I'm usually a completionist, so even though I'm not a fan of what this game is trying to implement, which is the run and hide system, I'll still try to find like hidden collectibles and such. So this is also a new thing. So in a lot of ways, a lot of this stuff is making me think of Outlast. Makes me feel like the devs saw what a success Outlast was and what mechanics that game involved, and I think they decided to bring that on into this game, because that's certainly what it feels like, and it's coincidence because I just finished Outlast before playing this. So that's why it just feels the same to me. Okay, I remember this part. There's a bottle right there. So I think pretty much as soon as you're in cover mode, they can't see you regardless. Unless, of course, they're walking right in front of you. Is there anything here? Now, what's also new is you can carry more than one bottle with you. Remember, these are just melee objects. You can only carry one at a time in the original Evil Within. But in this game, that's all the weapon you have, really. So it's all about trying to lure your enemies away from you so you can just crawl around your enemy. I thought there were items to pick up here. I guess this is just... Through my headphones, he sounds like he's right there. Which is the other thing that bothered me in the original Evil Within, is the audio was just not accurate. You know, when you're playing a horror theme, you gotta rely on your sounds so you can hear where the enemy, where the threat is, so you can make careful moves. In this game, it's like watching TV. You don't know if it's coming from the left or the right, or if they're far away or anywhere. It's just, you just hear it, that's all. There he is. I'm trying to get out of cover right now, and it's just not working right now. I might have rushed that one a bit, but that's okay, I still made it. Now you're just gonna act like you didn't see anything. Or maybe they did see something. Because this one's on the move. Where's he at? I see the shadow right there. Is that a zombie shadow, or that's just a black line? Like I said, I feel like the flashlight just doesn't affect the zombies. You could be hiding, your flashlight could be on, and they just won't see it. That's just what it feels like. And I still have that bottle in hand. Is there a way? Okay. I was trying to... I actually wanted to put the bottle away. So my objective... Uh-oh. That's not going to draw any attention, is it? I don't think so.